What is good, y'all? Welcome back to the Pro. Welcome back to a brand new video. We are here. We are back. And listen, man, we got a lot to get through today. Play-in preview is officially upon us. We are previewing the play-in game between the Miami Heat and the Chicago Bulls tomorrow. That is going to be a very, very bang-over game. I cannot wait. Obviously, the play-in starts today as I'm recording this video. So Golden State, Memphis, and then Atlanta, Orlando are going to be playing tonight. And then tomorrow, obviously, you have the 9-10 matchups, which we're a part of. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Listen, I know there's a lot of discussion about whether we should lose this game to get a higher pick or whether we should win this game. Honestly, I would just ask everyone to just table that discussion for like 2 days and just wait until the game is done, because the Heat are not gonna tank this game. They're going to go for it. They're gonna try to win this game because they want to get into the playoffs. That's just what they're gonna want to do. Like, that is really what the Heat have wanted to do the whole year. So whatever happens. I mean, if we lose the game, we lose the game. Great. If we don't lose the game, then it's fine. Either way, we're giving up a pick at some point, whether it's this year, whether it's 2 years from now or 3 years from now. Like, we're giving up a pick at some point. So I wouldn't stress over it. You know, whatever happens. Don't really worry about the pick implications right now for this specific game. Worry about the actual game itself if you're a fan. If it makes you guys feel better, we have actually been benefited by the Warriors slipping into the play-in, because we have a very good chance for that pick to land in the teens. It's currently supposed to be from 18 to 20 unless the Warriors completely miss the playoffs. So like I said, it's a good outcome if you look at where the Warriors were like 2 weeks ago. Like, they were absolutely on a tear. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't really sweat the pick too much, guys. Like, it's not really a big deal currently, because whatever happens, like, it happens. We can't really fuss too much about the pick, because regardless, we're going to be losing a pick or two. Like, who knows? So I wouldn't really speculate or worry about too much of the hypotheticals over there. As far as the game is concerned, it is very interesting. I think there's a lot of storylines, narratives you can look into this. Let's just start off with the injury report for the Heat. We actually have a few players that are potentially available to be back tomorrow. Nikola Jovic, after missing a lot of time, is finally questionable with his hand injury that he suffered, a few weeks ago. I think almost a month ago, or maybe even a month ago. And then Pelle Larsson, after that freak accident or freak injury he suffered when he was warming up and lifting, he's questionable as well. And then lastly, Kevin Love, who's been out for personal reasons. He's questionable as well. So nobody's really ruled out for Miami, apart from obviously Drew Smith, who's out for the season. But yeah, everyone else is questionable. So we could get everyone back, which is actually a really big boost for Miami. If Jovic and Pelle come back, it's actually really helpful for the team, because they will definitely give us some added depth if we need it. So yeah, I mean, getting to the actual game itself. We are familiar with the Chicago Bulls team. We just played them not too long ago, and they beat us at their home. And we are actually 0-3 versus them this season. We have not won a single game versus Chicago this season. But notably, what I do want to say is that all the games that we have lost against them, we have been up by at least double digits in each and every one of those. So we're definitely capable of beating this team. This is not a team that we should be like completely afraid of. Like, they're not like an amazing team. They're an okay team, which is why they're in the play-in. But if the Heat play that like they're supposed to, this should be a win for them. Like, I'm not underestimating the Bulls by any means, but I would actually be a little disappointed if they lost to the Bulls, because I don't think our season should be ending against them. Like, the Bulls, no disrespect to them, they're not a team that I'm like super impressed by. Now, one thing they can definitely do, though, is something we have to talk about, is they can score the ball. They are top 6 offensively in points per game. They're number 6 exactly. And they like to play a very fast and up-tempo game. They have 2 guys, and one who's, I'm not sure if he's playing, Lonzo. I don't know if he's playing or not. I think he's doubtful currently. But Josh Giddey is really like their engine offensively as their point guard. Kobe White is their engine as their scorer. So they have a dynamic backcourt over there. They like to play fast. They have guys like Matas Buzelis, who I'm a huge fan of, one of my favorite rookies in the whole class. A crime he went past top 10, I'm not gonna lie. He looks really good. He's an absolute freak athlete. He can shoot the ball, he can defend. So they have him. And then they have guys off the bench who'll come and shoot the ball, like Kevin Huerter. So They got some guys. They got some guys that can be weapons offensively for them. They are, like I said, a very good scoring team. But equally as they're a good scoring team, they're a bad defensive team. They are third worst defensively. So they're actually a worse defensive team than they are a good of a scoring team. They're not good defensively at all. Let me just put it that way. Like they're really bad defensively. Apart from one area, and I think this is the area that's probably hurt the Heat whenever these two teams have matched up, is that the Bulls are top 2 in defending the three-point shot. The Heat, as we all know, love to shoot the three. Like that's kind of their bread and butter. Whenever they've won games this season, it's been the three-point shooting that's been really keeping them afloat in a lot of these games. So stylistically, you would probably think this is a bad matchup for Miami because, you know, even though the Bulls are not a good defensive team, the one area that the Heat love to, you know, use offensively, which is the three-point shot, the Bulls are top 2 in defending. So that's interesting. That's definitely interesting that the Bulls are really, really good at doing that. And it does make for a very good battle between the two coaches, because I'm interested to see what Spoelstra is drawn up here, because even though stylistically it's a tough matchup for Miami, you never want to go against the Eric Spoelstra team in the play-in or the playoffs. Like I don't care what team he's coaching. They're a very tough out, man. The Heat. I know it's not been that way this season. Like as a fan, I'm disappointed by a lot of the close losses, but when the playoffs and the play-in comes around, like they just turn into a different team. So I'm not expecting anything crazy, but for this game specifically, they should win. I'm not. The expectation for me is for them to win this game. I'll be pretty shocked if they lose, because even though the Bulls have beaten us 3 times this season, we were up by double digits in all those games. We have guys coming back from injury. I think some of our guys are playing really well at the right times. Like Bam Adebayo's shooting is kind of peaking currently. Like he's made a 3 in 12 straight games that he's played in. So listen, I think a lot is going well for the Heat as well. Like currently, like if you look at, there's a guy named Kirk Goldsberry who posts like these over the past 15 games, the net ratings, the offensive and defensive ratings of all the teams in the NBA, and the Heat are top 5 in net rating. Like they are very, very good currently, and they're peaking at the right time. I think this is probably the best month that they have had this year. You know, in the whole season. They're 5th in net rating, they're 8th offensively, they're 4th defensively. So they are definitely peaking at the right time, which is why like I think they will win this game. But there's obviously work that has to be done. There's a game that needs to be played. You can't just go out there and just win easily. Like it's gonna be a tough game. Chicago's not a slouch either. Like I said, Josh Giddey seems to just have an answer for everything the Heat have been trying to throw at him over the past few games we've played against him. He seems to just go off against his team, and I think a lot of times we're kind of just leaving him open from 3, and he is making us pay. I don't know if that's a strategy to keep letting him do that, but I would definitely get a hand up on his shots from now on. Kobe White, he was pretty awful in the last game that they played against us. He was 0 for 5 from 3, but I do think that he's capable of definitely lighting it up for sure, and you definitely need a guy like an Andrew Wiggins or someone like that who can take that assignment of Kobe White. They don't really have a big team, Chicago, so you can get away with putting some of your good wing defenders on their point guards, because they don't have a lot of wings or bigs who will punish you apart from Vucevic. They don't have a lot of size on that team. That's one thing that the Heat definitely have to take advantage of, especially because they're starting 2 bigs. So rebounding shouldn't be an issue for Miami. Like the Bulls are a good defensive rebounding team, but offensive rebounding, like it shouldn't be like a factor at all. Like they don't have a big team at all. Like they really don't have a big team. They don't really have any rim protection or any deterrence at the rim. So I do think we have to take advantage of that, because not only are they one of the worst defensive teams in the NBA, they have actually like no size down low besides Vucevic, and he is not a good defender. So you kind of want to attack their back line. You really want to attack the paint. I know that's not really how the Heat play usually. They try to shoot a lot of threes, but I feel like you're kind of bailing the Chicago Bulls out if you're just chucking up threes against them, because they're already a really good 3-point shooting team, and you're not really taking advantage of the fact that they don't have size and they don't have rim protection down low like a lot of these other teams do. So I feel like you really do have to attack their back line. You have to make them vulnerable back there so that they try to overcommit and help off of some of our shooters. And that's when you can get that outside game going. So I think they have to play inside out. I think you have to get that paint game going offensively. And then after you get a couple of baskets over there, you have to make the defense react to you. Then you'll make them overcommit, and then obviously someone's going to be left open. So that, I think that's how they should play. The matchups, I mean, Kobe White, I would definitely have an Andrew Wiggins checking Kobe White. I would have an Alec Burks on Josh Giddey. I think Burks will start. I think it'll be Hero, Burks, Wiggins, Bam, and Khalil. And then off the bench, you have your Davion Mitchells of the world. Haywood Highsmith, I think, will play. Duncan Robinson, I think, will play. And then you have a toss-up. You have a few guys who can get minutes. Kyle Anderson can play. And then the two guys who are coming back from injury, Pella and Jovic, depends on if they play or not. Like, we don't know if they're going to play for sure because they're still questionable. But you obviously have an extra spot to play one of those guys. But I think they will go with the 9-man rotation here. I don't think it's going to be too many guys playing. I would be pretty surprised if everybody came back from injury tomorrow. Like, it just it'll be surprising for me. Not because I have any inside scoop about their injuries, but just because, like, I just don't expect the Heat to just rush everyone back if they don't need to. Because I feel like Spo won't go with 11 guys. Like, it's a playoff game basically, so you'll need to play your star players as many minutes as possible. But yeah, definitely will. The key priority will be the Kobe White, Josh Giddey. Their backcourt has to be kept in check. Like I said, they play very fast, so transition defense has got to be locked in. You have to be on your P's and Q's in transition. You need to be locked in. You have to be able to communicate properly. And then their bigs. I mean, Vucevic is kind of like their only offensive option down low. Bam needs to take it personal against him. I'm not gonna lie. Like, last game against the Bulls, Vucevic kind of had his number, but I hope that, you know, Vucevic can get shut down or tomorrow by either Bam or Khalil, depending on who defends who. I would probably have Khalil Ware on Vucevic and then have Bam as a roamer, just because you could probably take your chances leaving a guy like Patrick Williams or Matas Buzelis shooting the ball if you need to. If you need to help on Vucevic, if you want to bring a second guy, you can do that by forcing a trap or a blitz by bringing Bam over. I don't want Bam to be the primary defender because I feel like he's more mobile as a roamer, and Khalil can defend Vucevic. Vucevic is not like a mobile center. He's going to do a lot of the backing down, post fadeaways, three-point shots. He's going to do a lot of like the old school type of play. He's not really, apart from the shooting ability, he's not like one of these new gen centers who like to run a lot and are big leapers or high energy guys. Like, he's not that type of player. So I wouldn't really mind having Khalil Ware guarding him because I don't think he would punish Khalil Ware. I mean, he could maybe back him down and try to out-muscle him, but I'll live with that because I think Khalil can definitely block his shots. He has a lot of length on Vucevic. So that's definitely some advantage that they have is the two big lineup. I think that should be something that they take advantage of. Like I said, not that much size on the Chicago team, so you definitely do want to take advantage of it. One difference is that this game is going to be in Chicago, so it's not going to be in Miami. They're definitely going to pack out the place over there. The Chicago Bulls fans definitely show up a lot to their game, so you got to manage the crowd over there. It's going to be very raucous in the United Center, so don't panic too much. I want Tyler Hero to be in check. I don't want him to take egregious shots because, you know, he's pressured or whatnot. Like, I just want him to play his own game. And if he plays well, I think we'll have a really good chance of winning. If the guys shoot the ball well, Burks, Duncan, Wiggins, I think Wiggins can actually have a field day driving and finishing at the rim against their lackluster defense down low. So, yeah, those are kind of the keys for me against Chicago, man. I think this is a game that the Heat should win. I mean, I think they're very capable of winning this game. You know, whatever happens, happens. I guess we'll see what happens tomorrow. But regardless of what happens tomorrow, I just want everyone to just enjoy the game and not really worry about anything else. I know it's been a really tough season. It's been a season filled with ups and downs, but you know, I do think in the next few years we'll have some clarity. Hopefully, if we do the right moves in this offseason, next offseason, and At worst, I guess this game can just be a building block game that you can kind of see like the young guys and see like what they are made of. Jaime Jaquez, who had 40 points, I don't think he's going to play much against the Bulls, but I mean, he's shown you at least something this season that shows you, hey, at least it's not an injury that was really bugging him. He just has to really work on his game and you know, improve for next year, because I feel like a guy like him, like he came into this year with a lot of expectation and teams figured out his offensive game, and against Washington, who's not a good team, he was able to have a good run against them, but against the good teams, it's going to be tough if he doesn't work on his game this summer. So yeah, regardless, we'll see what happens. All that being said, enjoy the game tomorrow. We'll debrief after the game is done. And I'll see you later as always. Let me know your score predictions down below in the comments section as to what you think the score is going to be. And who do you think is going to win the other play-in games as well? I'm really excited for the playoffs this season, man. Who do you think is going to win the championship? Give me that in the comment section below as well. I'll see you later as always. Peace.